So it actually was rolled out by our corporate office. Al Becker and Carol Bullman presented it to the team on one of our Zoom meetings that we've had, and it sounded really interesting to me. It was a good savings for my client in terms of getting more money for their home, as opposed to just kind of rolling the dice and not doing the renovations. So when it was presented to us, putting an extra $20,000 or $30,000 into your house could actually transition into $100,000 for the client on a sale price. It seemed, why wouldn't you do it? Yes, absolutely. So you always think about the cost. Is this a competitive price, for your clients? We actually went through a little bit of this process with one of the clients that I presented to ReNoveo, and ReNoveo's prices were very competitive, and my client was thrilled. It was very quick. In fact, I was surprised that you had such availability so quickly. So I had to prepare my clients to say, they're actually ready to come out whenever you are. They could come out this week if you wanted them to. So we scheduled something the following week. They were very flexible for time frames for my client, because my client was elderly and mornings were not good for them. So ReNoveo accommodated my client's schedule and came out later in the afternoon. It was perfect. So the house originally needed some work. It needed a roof, it needed an updated bathroom, and people really frowned on that when we had it on the market before, because the house was a higher price point in the market in the town that we had listed it. So by doing the work to the house, it not only increased the price point, but it gave a product to buyers that they could just move in and do nothing. And that was just a win-win. So I do work with a lot of older clients that are downsizers, and they don't have a lot of extra cash. A lot of their money might be in their home, or it might be tied up in retirement, so they don't have a lot of liquid cash. So the fact that ReNoveo can come in and do the work and they don't have to pay for it until you close, it really helps out the older clients, because they're able to do the work that's needed to present a better product to buyers and be able to pay for it at closing, and their price point goes up. So they're paying for your services, but they're also gaining more money. So they're gaining 20% more at closing, even with paying for the work that you've done on the house. Not at all. Not at all. It was the way it was presented. There was a really nice portfolio that was presented with bullet points. So there was a visual piece to look at, as well as having a conversation. And so that really worked well for my clients. They had something to refer back to refresh their memory. And at the end of the day, they felt that it was a great option to go with. And if they didn't go with it, there was no pressure. The way it was presented was, if this works for you, great. We feel it will work for us in our business model, us being ReNoveo. And if you think it will work for you, give us a call. So it was left very open-ended, which was nice. There was no time pressure or anything like that. Well, I love the fact that we talked prior, so I knew what the expectation was, so that I was better able to present to my clients what the expectation was, that you'd be coming out, taking measurements, taking the shots to make sure that you had something to refer back to when you were putting together the proposal. It was very quick. I think we were there 30 minutes, maybe 40. We probably would have been there less, but they had some questions and you guys were very open to discuss that. Absolutely. So ReNoveo sent me the proposal ahead of time, and I reviewed it. And there were a couple things that were great suggestions, but I knew these clients, and They had a lot of pride in certain portions of their home. So we had a nice conversation about maybe something that we shouldn't include because we didn't want to offend them. And that was awesome because ReNoveo was very open to taking those pieces out. For example, they had a backsplash in their kitchen that was very much a personal taste to my clients, but most buyers may not pick that, and it might not be something that the majority of buyers would like, but they loved it and they were very proud of it. So ReNoveo is very open to saying we don't want to offend them. We want to make sure that the proposal is something that they want to do. And so they took it out and it was no issue whatsoever. I would say it was fabulous. It was perfect from the beginning to the end. There is not one thing I would say I wish ReNoveo had done. I feel like you covered everything. You were very professional, very honest, and I thought it was a great presentation to my clients, and I was proud to be part of ReNoveo.